Hey guys, this is Grant Chachere, Recruitment Sports Media. On today's episode, we're going to have Dylan Berymon. He's a four-star defensive lineman out of Ouachita Parish High School in Monroe, Louisiana. And Monroe, the thing about Monroe is it's full of talent, of course. It's included state powerhouses such as West Monroe Neville, and then also the town over you have Ruston as well. So those are some of the top programs historically in the state of Louisiana, all in a 30-minute drive, I guess you could say. But the reason why I made this pre-recorded video before we get into the episode is because he got offered by the University of Texas literally a couple of days after we were finished recording the episode. So for any of you guys who may be Texas fans who are watching the video, I apologize for not including questions in the episode because he was not offered by Texas at that point. And if he was, I would have asked him about that. But anyway, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Ruger Sports Media's YouTube channel. And also make sure to follow us on all social media platforms as well. Enjoy the video, guys. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Recruiting Board. I'm here with Dylan Berymon. Dylan Berymon is one of the top defensive tackles for the class of 2026. He's actually been one of the quickest risers in the class of 2026 as his recruiting has really blasted up, I guess you could say, in the past few months. And he's got a few big offers and most recently got an offer from Florida. Dylan, welcome to the show, my man.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So also want to mention that he is from Ouachita Parish High School in Monroe, which is for any of you guys who may be listening or not in the state of Louisiana, is actually one of the most talent-rich areas, not only in the state, but the country. I mean, you have schools that, like a few schools have won 8+ state championships, and really in a 2-hour radius, there's probably been 50 state championships won in that area. So so that shows you how talented he is, that he's one of the top prospects from that area, not only in that area, but the state of Louisiana. So, Dylan, how has your summer been so far? Because I know here in Louisiana, we just got wrapped up with school. I know you had exams and everything. So, how's it been going so far?
It's been going pretty good, actually. Like I said, I only had one exam. After that, I've been out of school. Kind of been working before we start summer training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, who you guys returned back for your team? I know last season, it wasn't the season you guys wanted, but that's just saying a lot when you're in a tough league. West Monroe, and there's a lot. Ruston, there's a lot of schools, and then Neville, of course, is joining your guys' league this year. So, how's the team going to look for next season, from your perspective?
We're gonna look pretty good. I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat to you. We're gonna shock a lot of people, especially with the scheme we running. And we have some more key players that have came back to join us.
Mm-hmm. And now let's talk about your recruiting. I know earlier this year, in January, you took a visit to LSU.
Yes,
and
sir.
then you got an offer from LSU on the 7th, and then you also took another visit the weekend right before the spring game. So what does it mean to you from a kid from Monroe to be offered from LSU?
Man, it means a lot. Like I told Coach Bo, I grew up watching LSU. Like LSU was like the big school that everybody wanted to go to. And for me to get the offer from there, it was pretty exciting to me and my family because my mom is an LSU fan. Like all my people is an LSU fan. LSU and
Alabama. Yeah. So I know there's a lot of Alabama fans in Monroe, of course, because I know Alabama's been they've been getting a lot of players from Monroe in the past, and now for LSU fans, hopefully that changes with Coach Brian Kelly and his staff, which all of them are from Louisiana, by the way. And that leads to my next question. So the whole staff, the whole new staff, they either have coached in Louisiana, played at LSU, or just not, or even like they just got even if they didn't go to LSU, they coached in the state for some period of time, so they're familiar with the coaches and some of the high schools and the players all across the state from north to south Louisiana. So what's your relationship been like with the coaching staff, with the new coaching staff that you brought in?
My relationship with them is pretty good. Like when I went on my past visit, my last recently visit to the spring practice, I got to like know them a little more from the first time when I went there. So they pretty cool, like real cool, especially Coach Bo.
And I was gonna actually ask about that. Coach Bo Davis, he's was probably the biggest name that LSU brought in. I mean, I know they brought in a lot of big time names, including Blake Baker's the defense coordinator. Uh, Corey Raymond actually came back as the cornerbacks coach. I know that was a big deal. But for a lot of people, including myself, I thought Bo Davis getting hired to LSU was arguably the biggest hire of the offseason for the Tigers. What's been your relationship like with Coach Bo? And what are some of your impressions of him, considering his past as arguably one of the best defensive line coaches, not only in college football, but even if you go to the professional level, because he also coached in the NFL as well.
My relationship with Coach Bo is awesome. Like I love Coach Bo as a coach. Like he's a real coach. Like he know how to talk to. Even though he an old school coach, he like a coach I would look up to for him to be my father, like a father figure.
Mm-hmm. And you know, talk to me about your visits to LSU. I know you took two of them, as I mentioned, one in January and one in April. So how did what did you like about each visit? Were they different? Were they the same? Kind of talk about that.
Nah, they was actually different. Like the first visit, it was like the first visit I say it was like getting to see the facility and stuff like all that, getting to meet the coaches. The second visit, um, the second visit was actually cool. Like I got to see them in action and stuff. Like see them, how they really coach and get on their players and stuff. That's really what
Mm-hmm.
I like. Visit the
I got.
practice.
Mm-hmm. And the next school I want to talk about is Baylor. I know Baylor was actually the first school that offered you. Um, can you talk a little bit about Baylor? I mean, I know you got the offer from Baylor. Talk about a little about Baylor, the staff, and then also your visit that you took there in January.
Actually, when I first got the offer, it was from Coach DJ,
Mm-hmm.
but he ended up leaving, and before he left, I ended up going on a visit there.
Mm-hmm.
The visit, it was nice. Like I ain't gonna leave sit here and lie to you. They campus is
Mm-hmm.
nice and clean. The stadium is nice. All the coaches is nice there for real. And recently, I just got to meet the new defensive coach.
Mm-hmm. And I know that Baylor, I believe they run a 3-4 type of defense. Especially with Coach Aranda being given his defensive background, he was the defensive coordinator on that 2019 LSU team. What do you like about their style of play? Do you see does it fit your style of play? I know you're a big guy like yourself, 6'3", 315. So talk a little bit about their defensive style.
I love how they play their defense. Like you said, they run a three. They run 3-2. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like I get to tear the center up all game.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get to learn the other positions, like the end, all that. I actually play in, so I really like how they run their defense. Get to tear the center up all day.
Mm-hmm. And I know recently, I believe it was a couple of days ago, you actually got that offer from Florida. Florida, of course, is one of the top programs in the SEC. I know it doesn't show that in the record, but historically speaking, they've been one of the top programs in the SEC. Talk a little bit about that. And did it shock you? Did you expect or did you expect it? Like, what were your initial thoughts when you got that offer from Florida?
Man, my thoughts was like I was going crazy because I ain't never think I was gonna get that offer due to me being in Louisiana And you know, most coaches say they don't recruit this way because the kids from Louisiana, they don't never commit to their school. So it was a really blessing to get that offer there. Like I said, Florida is one of my dream schools to go to too.
Hmm. Yeah, man. And I know, part of that has to do with the fact that Coach Napier was at UL for I think 4 or 5 years, and he tried to make an emphasis to recruit the state of Louisiana, but it really hasn't worked out. But he's still trying to push to get some of those kids from the state of Louisiana, of course.
Oh,
But let's go on to the next school. I know, let's talk about your relationship with. I know you got offered from Missouri. Missouri's been, and that's probably one of the more shocking developments. And from
oh,
looking at recruiting the state of Louisiana, is that how much they're recruiting the state of Louisiana. I know they picked up an offer. I know they picked up a commitment from Josh Lewis from Dutchtown and out right outside the Baton Rouge area. So talk a little bit about your offer from Mizzou, your relationship with the coaches, and what are your impressions of them? Because they're coming out all this way to recruit the state of Louisiana.
um, I didn't really get to talk to the coaches. My head coach did. So like I never got to meet the coaches yet. Like
Mm-hmm.
they all my head coach got to talk to them. So I wouldn't know what their relationship is with them until I meet them.
Okay.
But they don't know offer me that's big. Because you know most schools, like I said, they don't most like up north, down east schools, they don't recruit up this way.
Mm-hmm. And I know you also got an offer from Oregon. I'm not
Mhm.
sure what your relationship is like with them. I know this is kind of a weird recruiting period because I know coaches can have limited contact with the recruits. They can still make offers, but they can't really contact the players, and it's like I think it was a quiet period. But what were your initial thoughts when you got the offer from Oregon? And what have been your impressions about Oregon the last few years under Coach Lanning?
Actually, I did get to meet the coach. He
Mm-hmm.
actually FaceTime me. Um, the coach is real cool. He a real cool guy. I love the way how he coaches guys and how he talks to his players. So that was like real big to me. Like I ain't, especially Oregon. From me, the Oregon offer, I ain't never think I was gonna get the Oregon offer. Especially what they been a Nike team and all that. They facility being all Nike, sponsored by Nike and all that. Like that was real big because when you think about Oregon, you think about the jerseys, they jerseys.
Yeah.
So it was like that was real big. I can't wait to get out there. I heard they got a nice facility.
Yeah, no, and they also just recently moved to the Big Ten, and that's a huge move for them. And they're going to make even more money. They already had Nike money, but now they're going to make even more money with uh, all the all of the all the money that they're getting from the Big Ten with the television deals and all that. Um, but also, let's talk about your visit to the Arizona schools. I know you went to go visit both Arizona State. They're both preparing to join the Big 12 conference, of course. And I know you got the offer from Arizona State. So talk a little bit about your visits to Arizona and Arizona State and what are your impressions from that visit, whether it's your relationship with the coaching staff, talking with them, seeing the facilities, you can go ahead.
I'm gonna start with Arizona. When I visited Arizona, it was real nice. It's a real nice school. Like um, I didn't really get to see too much. I only got to see the facility. Their facility is real nice. I really didn't get to talk to the coaches because it was during the spring practice and they coaches was coaching and stuff. But I didn't really get to talk to their coaches.
Mm-hmm. And
But with
what? Go ahead.
you can say what you was going to say.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, what do you think of their facilities? Because I know they actually got some really nice facilities,
Yeah, they they
from what I've
they
heard.
facility real nice, like real really. I like
Mm-hmm.
I, like I like the way it feel down there. It's dry heat down there. It feel good. You don't get to sweat too much down.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, used to live down in Arizona. My dad actually coached at Arizona for 3 years, and that was the thing. Like, it's like a different type of heat because, like, down here, in Louisiana, it's like humid and it's unbearable. But the heat in like Arizona, it's hot, but it's like, but like once you get used to it, it's pretty bearable. But I mean, it's, down here, even in Louisiana, I'm like, damn, I wish I moved. I was living in Arizona or California because you should get the dry heat. But here it's like the mosquitoes and you're sweating and it makes it's horrible. Okay, so I know you took recently took a visit to Purdue not that long ago.
Yes, sir.
How was your visit to Purdue?
Man, it was fun. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat. Like it was a real fun visit. Like that was like something I never got to see. Like their facility is real nice. Their weight room is like mind blowing, bro. It's so big and nice. That's crazy, man.
Mhm. Yeah, and I know you also got some interest from UCLA as well.
Yes, sir.
I know they had a coaching change not that long ago. Kind of happened at an awkward time too. I know Chip Kelly left for to become the offensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
How's your relationship been with the UCLA staff? And then also, uh, what intrigues you the most about UCLA? I know that's not the school that's in the South; it's on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of has intrigued you about that program?
Man, UCLA was like, man, it was a mind blowing, bro. Cause like I ain't never think I was gonna get to UCLA to see their campus, and I heard it was real nice. Like it's a real it's like that. Like they campus is real nice. They coaches is real cool. I love the way how they coaches is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dylan. And is there anything else you want to say before we wrap things up?
Um, no sir.
I got you. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the show today. This once again, this is Dylan Berryman of Ouachita Parish High School in
Mhm.
Monroe, Louisiana, four-star defensive lineman for the class of 2026. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the Ruger Sports Media's YouTube channel, and also make sure to follow us on all social media as well as Dylan's as well. I'll leave that in the description. But anyway, thanks Dylan for joining us today.
No problem. No problem.
And it probably won't be the last time you're going to be on here, so just let you know.
Yes sir.
All right, thanks Dylan.
No problem.